So I'm back with week 47, and this is part 1, and this is the 21st of November to the 26th of November. So we were coming home from the Maldives, but that didn't mean it was a quiet week because I actually went down south at the end of the week as well, I believe. So yeah, it was a busy week coming back, and luckily we weren't too jet lagged, so we managed to get on with our lives without being tired all the time. So for this week, I'm using a bit of everything, really. Collection wise, it is the Simple Stories Hello Today collection, and it's the November piece. So I just used all the cut parts for the November sheet, and I managed to use all of them, which is really satisfying for that one, because I do love to use, if I'm going to use something for a specific month or a specific date or anything like that, I like to use all of it so that it's like a clean cut off. It's a bit of my control freakism, basically. I just like to use up everything of that, so then it's not like little bits all left over and things. So I was really happy that I got to use the whole of the November sheets, all the cut parts. Obviously I've still got the sticker sheet, which you can see there, but there's quite a fair few stickers gone, so that won't take long. Hopefully a couple more layouts with using the collection and that will be done. So as I said, we're coming home from the Maldives this week, and because of the colours of the collection, like the oranges, pinks and like sort of greens and yellows, I just went with a really cheap paper pad from the Works, which is this one here I'm just ripping out of. Again, I believe I use up all these papers. This paper pad is so old. I've probably had this since I started scrapbooking about like 10 years ago. So I'm just glad that I got to use it up. It's not the most wintry of collections because it's November, and I'm using pinks and stuff like that, but it matched the collection that it went with, so it was fine. Anyway, so the first photo is a picture of us coming back to our seaplane to go home from the Maldives on the Sunday. So we had to get like a little boat to the little seaplane jetty and then get on the seaplane back to Marley and then fly from Marley over to London. So it was a long journey home, but luckily it was throughout the day, so it wasn't like a night flight, so it didn't feel as bad as it did going out there because we flew overnight. So it was quite all right, actually. We were quite awake for most of the day. So I just put some washi tape. I'm just using like this plain orange washi tape. I think I got it from either Paperchase or eBay when I bought just like a pack of plain washi tape. And I just put it down the side, and I use the Here and Now little sticker. Now I don't know whether I do this on and off camera, but I do actually put some little sticky notes next to some places on the layout because I wanted to put some journaling on there, basically. But you'll see it in the photos if I don't do it in the video. And I also just put a little sticker that says all the feels at the bottom because we had such a lovely time and it was just coming home. So the photo that's underneath the main title card is a picture of my hot chocolate. So when we flew back from the Maldives, that evening we actually stayed over at Heathrow because we landed about 6 p.m. And we'd have to make a long journey back up north that evening if we didn't stay. So we stayed at the Premier Inn for a night, and then because we were super jet lagged, not majorly, but like the other way, the good way, we were up at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So we pretty much just got up and got on the train, but we stopped to get a hot chocolate because it was freezing. So that's me having a hot chocolate on the tube back to London King's Cross. And again, I just put some washi tape down the side. I put a little sticker that says 24/7, and then one with a coffee cup and the little word sticker that says the story of today. So that's cute. And also I love this because this is the first photo I've got sort of other than the Maldives with me and with my engagement ring on the side as well. It's very, obviously it's not in the main shot, but you can see my engagement ring, me holding that hot chocolate. So exciting, very exciting. So then the last photos that are going to go on the other side is a picture of Mango. When we came back, she was so needy and she wanted to be in the bath with me. And so I wanted to get that picture of her because she's never done that before. Moose has done that, but Mango's stayed away, basically. So I wanted to obviously get pictures of her on the bath, and it just makes me laugh so much that they come and sit in the bath with us. So again, I just cut them up, obviously, and sort of one's gone higher than the other sort of thing I can't think what I'm trying to say, like stagger it, that's what it is, staggered. And then I've just put some washi tape along the tops and the bottom of the photos. I use that sticker that says hey there, it's okay, because I was trying not to spook her so that she didn't fall in the bath. And I just used the little November sticker to go at the top. So for the title card, I'm just using the 6x4 cut apart, and it's already got the label piece already on there, so that was perfect to put on for my title. And I just use a little like a banner sticker with a little rainbow. It's quite cute, and then a word that says "Be happy." And I didn't really have to do much else, so I did put some washi tape along the top and the bottom just to sort of differentiate between the paper in the background and the card. But I've actually gone to go and see what alpha stickers I'm going to use, and I have a right nightmare this week because I'm a bit of a control freak and a bit of a perfectionist. I like everything to be the same. If I'm going to do something, I like it all to be the same and all to be sort of matching. But I could not find my date stamp anywhere. I could not find it, and it really annoyed me because I didn't want it to be different than the rest of the year. But after, you'll notice how long this video is compared to the others, because I literally spent ages just trying to find it. But eventually I had to just deal with it and use a different one, but it upset me. I found it the next week, which was annoying, and I was even tempted to rectify it and make it all the same, but I thought, no, I'm not going to do it. It's got the date on, it's fine. So yeah. So the alphas I'm going to use, I don't actually use any stickers. I decide on using stamps because I couldn't find the right sort of colour. I wanted to go with the colour of the Costa cup, like the darker reds. I'm not sure why. I just thought it would look quite nice. The butterflies in the cut apart sheet at the top with where I'm going to put the title, they've got like a dark red in them, and also some of the bits of the rainbows and the words and stuff, they all have the dark red. So I sort of want to go for that colour. So I do actually use my Stays On in, I've got it here actually, Blazing Red for that one, and I just use my Dove Craft, paper ones, I can't think what they're called. You'll see them when I get when I go get them. They're ones I've used quite often. I was going to use these ones, but they just didn't match, and then I thought about using gold, and then I thought, well, there's no gold on there, so it didn't make sense. So I decided to stamp in the end after much decision. So yeah, for the date stamp, I actually used my new Paige Evans one that I wasn't going to use until 2023, but now I've done 2023, the first page, and I've actually just still used my older one. But that's because the older one has ink in it, whereas the Paige Evans one doesn't. So I do get a bit worried about my older date stamp running out of ink. So I just want to use that up rather than the Paige Evans ones I can use all the time because you just use an external ink, but this one's got its own little built-in ink, so I do wonder if that's ever going to dry up. So I just thought I'd use that until it runs out. But I do, obviously, I'm aware that the date stamps do have an expiry date as such on the dates, so I don't want to keep using my old date stamp and not use the Paige Evans one. So I'll have to mix it around. I might just have to get over myself and mix and match between the two date stamps, but we'll see. Anyway, so I'm just putting them on these stamps onto the label, and I always try and clean my stamps straight after I stamp on, especially with Stays On, because it is really, really permanent. But for some reason there was still a little bit of a black tinge to the W, but it's fine, it doesn't look bad. But it just reminds me that, just make sure you clean your stamps basically, otherwise you do get a little bit of a mixed colour. So yeah, so this is week 47. And I'm not sure if I'm going to go again or if I've gone and done my bit of trying to find this stamp. But if I do leave, then that's where I've gone. But yeah, so it's been a whirlwind of the last couple of weeks. It has been really, really busy. We knew it was going to be busy. We probably booked way too many things, but we were just sort of making up from COVID times, I suppose. But it was hectic, and obviously we're coming into Christmas now, so obviously at this time I was thinking, right, I need to start doing Christmas shopping and things, but again, I always say every year I'm going to start Christmas shopping in October, and I never do. And it stresses me out because I'm still Christmas shopping mid-December. And I'd love to be able to have all my Christmas shopping and everything done by December. That would be ideal, because the shops are just so busy and it's really stressful. Trying to walk around the shops, trying to figure out what you want, and there's people constantly barging past, and the queues are just so long, and the shops are really warm, and you just don't want to do it. But then I don't always like shopping online because you just don't know what things actually look like until you receive them, and obviously because it's not for yourself, you want to make sure the present's going to be nice for your guests and stuff. So yeah, busy weeks. So as I said, this part of the week was a little bit quiet because we were coming back from holiday, but I do actually go down south to see my family at the end of the week. So I worked the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I had Friday, Saturday off. So yeah, I'm just so crazy that the Maldives has come and gone. I booked it back in January and I was so excited for it, and it just came around so quickly. So, you know, time, where does it go? Honestly, it creeps me out a little bit with how fast time goes. And, you know, I just really want to make sure I make the most of my time. Like, I do have a fear of time. I generally feel like if I'm not doing something productive, then I'm wasting time, even though I'm well aware that you need to, you know, chill out and not rush around, and, you know, don't overbook yourself, because life is stressful. You don't always have to be doing something to be productive. But that's just me, basically. I just feel like I have to be doing something. I can't just sit down and not do something. That's what I like about scrapbooking, is that scrapbooking to me is productive. So I'll happily sit down and do that, and I can say that I've done a lot for the day. So that is the way I come around it. So my chilling out is scrapbooking, and I still feel productive. So yeah, I need to get in on my new travel albums soon. I'm hoping to upload my Corfu one very shortly, and then I'll be moving on to Dominican Republic, and then Budapest, and then the Maldives. So they are coming, they're just taking a while. So this is me using the new alpha stamp thing, not alpha stamp, date stamp from Paige Evans. And because it's got like a separate little thing for like the actual, I think it's got the day on there, but I didn't want that. I just wanted the month, the date and the year on there. So I just find it a little bit awkward to use, but I managed to, you know, figure it out. So I had to wipe a little bit to make sure I didn't get the day in there. And then Mango came along to have a look and see what's going on. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this one, and I've rambled quite a bit because it's a bit of a longer video. But yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed this part, and I'll be back with the second part shortly. So thank you very much. Bye.